Welcome back to another episode of The Fishbowl. How you feeling today, Joe?
Feeling great. Just telling you a little giggly. I don't know why. Feeling good all around. How you doing?
Good. There's nothing wrong with feeling giggly.
Yeah, sometimes you just feel it in your hands and your feet.
Everything's weak.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna fall to the floor and laugh about it.
Like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing?
I think it's great for the morning because usually it happens at night. I think it's fun to start your day.
Yeah, but like it doesn't mean I didn't get enough sleep. It doesn't mean something's up. Like, why do you feel good?
Why are you overthinking it? This is a good thing.
Could be dying on the inside. It's a good thing. Yeah. No, I know. It's great. It's a great day. It's a giggly day.
Yeah.
We're feeling good. We're back in the studio, back in the lab, mixing it up on the ones and twos.
Back to strain and energy.
That's what we are. Oh my God.
Who's who?
We should come in our lab jackets. What? You just spit
I'm
out
so fucking blessed I got that down.
Yeah.
That would have been hard for you. Hot coffee spattered all over you.
Would not be giggling through that.
Let's go ahead and kick us off.
Let's just do it.
That's how I'm feeling.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
Finally, it's a me one.
Nice. It's a me.
This is good. I wrote a hint in case the answer doesn't come right away. Who are you uninterrupted?
I don't know. You always interrupt me.
Okay. No, and so hint. Okay, if struggling to answer, hint. What interrupts you? And then take that out of the equation. So like, go ahead. 'Cause I would just answer. So.
Just answer. I want to hear your answer.
Okay, I don't have one. But, okay, if I was to step two, what interrupts you, and take that out of the equation, like, obviously, being tied down to schoolwork, that interrupts me. That's not something, I enjoy it. It doesn't upset me, but it's a distraction from anything I could be doing. Like, clinical rotations, school, work, right?
You're saying that's an interruption? So, like, is the question, like, what would you do if you didn't have
Honestly,
to work?
here's my answer. Uninterrupted, I want to be living on a beach. I want long hair. I want to be eating the fruits of my labor. I want, like, peace in nature and calmness and waves and good, hearty foods and, like, yeah. That's me uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. So, like, so if you had, like, unlimited resources, like, what would your life be like? Is, like, what you're kind of asking. Not on, like, a day-to-day, like, what would your day be like if you were uninterrupted by, like, social media or whatever?
I'd probably be a saint if it was just the day-to-day. Like, if I was uninterrupted, I would spend probably 7 hours of meditation every day.
Well, you were just saying it was funny. You were, like, on the way home from your rotations, you're like, people don't call me, you don't even listen to music, you're like, it's my me time. I just picture Jules just quietly just sitting in her car, in traffic, just birds flying in the car, you know what I mean?
It's really how it goes. I'm like, my work is one-on-one counseling with people, talking to people all day, and then I go to school, and it's like discussion groups and talking to people all day, and then I go to rotations, and it's talking to patients all day, and so I come home, it's talking to people all day, because we live with people, and so when I'm in the car for my 45-minute commute...
It's your only quiet time.
Yeah, I don't want music, I don't want a podcast, I don't want anything, I just want to sit in silence, and I love it.
Nice.
So I got a phone call the other day and I declined it because I was like, nope.
Not Jules' happy drive time, alright?
Right. Whatever. So
nice.
Uninterrupted, I think I'm just peaceful. How about you?
Yeah, I think everybody is, right? Or we're like, I don't know.
Well, what's your goal? Maybe some people are like... I guess who I am uninterrupted is a spiritual being.
I can't take you this early.
No, that's really my answer.
Hit pause. I gotta get up for a second.
It's really my answer.
Nice. It is.
But for some people, like maybe uninterrupted, they're like...
I think I'm just getting caught up on the uninterrupted part of it. Because, like, it makes no sense to me. This is why we pull Joey questions, okay?
Hey, Joey, pick yours, buddy boy.
I'm gonna pass this. Uninterrupted, it's just me and Juju hanging out, living life.
Redemption.
Right? That's what my uninterrupted life. It's me, you, and Nova, just chilling. All right, and Libby. Uninterrupted.
It's honestly a great question. I think you're just missing it. Honestly, the loud sound.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Well, it probably sounds like the last 3 weeks summed up.
No, it's a big question, but it was the benefits of fasting.
Oh,
And
but here we go.
I was literally thinking this morning. I was like, I hope I don't pull that one because I don't got the energy to fucking go
Why
to
are you
it.
so low energy?
No, I'm just saying.
Maybe you need a fast.
Maybe I need a fast. I actually have one coming up. The reason I laugh about this is because we had a banger episode, 40 minutes of just talking about fasting, and that was the one that didn't have the mic on.
I think we pulled one.
So yeah, it was this. We talked the whole time
time
about it.
So what are your thoughts on fasting?
I think it's a good thing to do. I enjoy doing it. Well, it depends. There's a couple different types of fastings, you know, obviously. So there's like intermittent fasting, which is what you do on typically like a daily or like a weekly basis, where it's like, you know, what's the most common one? 16 and 8 or something like that. So you'll eat for 8 hours in an 8-hour period every day, and then you won't eat for 16 hours, which seems like a long time, but you got to factor in like you sleep for 8 hours
really not,
as well.
yeah.
So it's really like you don't eat for 8 hours and you do eat for 8 hours. So if I were to do something like that, it would probably be like a 10 to 6, 11 to 7, something like that. So like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You could eat, and then outside of those windows you don't eat. I think, and we talked about this, like the primary benefit of that is really to help people that graze a lot. Like my mom, she's a big snacker. So like if she's, you know, if you know that between, you know, outside of the hours of 12 and 8, let's just say, you don't eat, well then you're not gonna like pick up that cookie, like, you know, or like a spoonful of peanut butter like I do before bed, or like a little snack in the morning. So I think it's a really good way to get your snacking kind of under control.
Yeah.
There is like a lot of like internal benefits with like, I think it's called like effigy or something like along the lines of it. It's like your body's internal, you know, recycling system. It helps like, you know, get rid of like your dead and damaged cells. They kind of like eat themselves.
This is where I'm really interested.
Yeah, and that is like where like the studies go with like the cancer prevention and stuff like that and the longevity cycles. But that has to do with like a little bit longer of fasting periods.
So it's kind of like what you do, 36-hour fasts.
Yeah, so that's something I just started. I mean, this month, next week's gonna make the 3rd month in a row. So I'll try to do, like, don't try, do 36 hours and no food. So it starts on, typically, I've been setting up, so it starts Tuesday night, 8 p.m. It's the last time I eat. Then I don't eat all Wednesday, and then 8 a.m. Thursday is when I break it. And I'll typically go to the gym 1 to 2 times before that. I like lifting fasted. So, like, this is, like, where, like, the fasting has, like, a lot of different meanings. So, like, when I wake up every day, like, I don't do intermittent fasting, but when I wake up, you know, let's say I typically the last meal or thing I'll ingest is between, like, 8 and 9 o'clock. You know, I'll wake up in a fasted state because you haven't, you know, eaten in 10 hours. I'll go to the gym in a fasted state, and then I eat breakfast. And for me, like, I've always done that because I don't like going to the gym with, like, food in my stomach. That's always been me. Like, if I eat, I need an hour or more to go to the gym. So I don't want to, like, wake up, take some time, eat breakfast. It doesn't work with work schedule, you know? So, but I also just, like, without even, like, having any scientific thought behind it, I'm like, well, if I, you know, don't have food in my stomach and I'm burning energy, it has to be, instead of coming from the food in my stomach, it has to be coming from somewhere else.
Stores.
Hopefully, you know what I mean, it would be like the fat stores or the carb stores or wherever. So that was like always my rationale behind lifting, you know, early in the morning fasted. And you could have like black coffee, you know, things that don't have calories in them, don't technically like break a fast. But yeah. And then I did do like the 5-day fast that one time.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Water only.
Water only for 5 days, so that was super intense. And
yeah,
you know, me being me, well, like a younger me, because now I'd probably do it a little differently, but like minimal research, you know, heard of it. I saw like that one person did it. I said that sounds interesting. It was more like challenge myself. Like it wasn't like trying to get any health benefits. It was like, hey, like, I wonder if you could do 5 days without eating, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did. I only drank water for 5 days. And I told you this, I tell everybody, like, the hardest part, like, after day 2, you're not hungry anymore. You're not really thinking about food at that point. But just how bland, like, the world turns. Like, you don't really think about it. But, like, you know, right now, like, I'm not thinking about it, but the lingering taste in my mouth is, like, and the flavor of that I'm having right now is coffee. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I smell the coffee. I breathe the coffee. You know what I mean? I taste the coffee. And it was just water. And luckily, I think that's kind of like, if I was like a super hardo about it, I'd say like hitting the Juul like took away from it, because at the time I was smoking the Juul, and like nicotine's like an appetite suppressant, and it's also like the Juul's flavors like creme brulee, so it kind of helped out like a little bit like
that's true.
So like most people they'll supplement like vitamins and like sodium and like potassium and shit, because like you know if you're just flushing your system constantly, you're losing out on those. Yeah. Me, I was like, God, I'll just hit the
How did you survive?
I don't know. I went to work every day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Electrolyte water at least.
So yeah, nothing. It was just water, no coffee, no nothing. Because people say they're like, oh, after like the third or fourth day, you get like this like intense like energy and focus, high. And I was like, not like chasing a high like some fucking drug addict.
No,
I was like, let me like see what this is about. You know what I mean? And there was never like it was like, like I don't think it was noticeable enough that it would be like worth always trying to get into that state. You know what I mean?
Or you wouldn't
like the ramp up for it. Like, what, I gotta not eat for 4 days to get one. Like, you know what I mean? How is that gonna work? I'm gonna start on a Thursday, so then my Monday I'm fucking peak productivity because I'm so famished. My body's probably in this crazy starvation mode.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But it's probably good to do every once in a while, going back to like that health, that recycling of the insides. That's why I was telling you, like, I do that every month, like the 36 hour, and then I want to experiment with maybe every 6 months do a I don't know, 56 hour, 60, like 3 day. You know what I mean? Like 2 to 3 day.
I can't say I agree with the multiple day fasts. I can agree. So intermittent fasting is the 16:8 ratio most commonly, but there's also the 5:2 ratio. I was doing that last summer.
What's that again?
So it's basically when you eat normally for 5 days out of the week, but then 2 days is a full 24-hour fast. And so I was down to do this because when I was like looking up at the research, I'm a female, and so for females, our metabolism is different, our body's different, and so they say that 24 hours is kind of that threshold where it's like you see a lot of good benefits up until 24 hours fasting, and then after 24 hours, it's like the first thing we eat, we store as fat. Like we go into like survival mode. Yeah. And so that's not good, and we don't want those,
Wait, is it 5-2 like 5 days in a row and then 2 days in a row? Because that'd be 48 hours, right?
Well, you don't do back-to-back days.
Yeah.
So, like for example, I would do, I think Sundays and Wednesdays I did because I don't work out on those days, and I had like not a crazy schedule. So it was like I wasn't constantly on my feet or like having, to go to meetings or like be in conversation or be in school or whatever. And so for me, that took off a layer of stress. Like I'd rather just like go to work, sit at a desk all day, come home, and then, break my fast with dinner. But I think that's, I think when we're talking about the benefits of fasting, I think that the most important thing that it contributes, no matter what method you use, is discipline. Because I think that it's just like, we talked firstly about the 18-6 ratio, and I feel, or 16-8 ratio. And I feel like it just, that 8-hour window adds discipline. Yeah. Like you said, you're not going for the scoop of peanut butter before bed. You're not waking up and putting all this junk in your coffee. You know what I mean? Like it just takes off the bullshit. And then when you are hungry and you are in that 8-hour window, eat a hearty meal, and you will, because you're fucking hungry. And that's how you should be eating regardless, right? We don't need snacks. Snacks is like
the enemy.
It was literally founded by like marketing companies and like food distribution companies. That we don't need snacks. Okay? People just like capitalize on it now. Hearty meals. And so I think that allows for it, but it cuts the bullshit. It adds discipline. Me with the 5-2 ratio of fasting, I was like terrified, right, to not eat for 2 days. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. This is gonna be so
You're
crazy.
definitely the type of person to pass out.
And I have. I have a track record. I've passed out a few
of not eating, passing out. There's a direct correlation between lack of calories and fainting number.
Right. But what it did was kind of like release that anxiety from me.
Yeah, it shows that you could do it.
I could do it. No problem.
So now if half a day passes and you're like, oh my God, I haven't eaten yet, it's like, whatever, no big deal. I've gone longer.
I'm good. My store's got me.
Yeah.
So it's fine, and it works out great. And so that like took me a little bit to kind of figure out, but then towards the end, or like once I got into like the thick of it, I was like, yeah, this isn't bad. And like, who needs food because think about like our ancestors or people who, when civilization first came into play, we didn't have grocery stores. We didn't have food at our fingertips. In the snap of a finger, we couldn't have whatever we wanted. And so we had to go out and hunt for it. And sometimes you come back with fucking ugats.
Yeah.
Okay? So if that's the case, what are you going to do? Rest and try again tomorrow. And so I think it's very normal and natural to go, a 24-hour period without food. I think that's fine. And I think it gives, another benefit is it gives the digestive system a break. So then when it does get food, it's fucking ready. Like, let's go, It's kind of the same thing with, like, a break day from the gym. Or if you take, like, if you work out 4 to 5 days a week, and then 1 week you go on vacation, you take the week off. Maybe we're walking a lot and doing these great things, but you're not lifting.
Remember how good you felt when we got back from the Bahamas after not lifting for a week? You're
I
like
was lifting like an animal.
Yeah, came back significantly stronger in all of your lifts. It wasn't just like 1 or 2 things. It was significant in all of them.
Yeah, and I think that that's a good thing to do every couple months, which is like the greatest time for a vacation too. So it's like no stress. I'm gonna still come back great, but we still need that discipline
and still be active. Like you should always do something active.
Oh, we were walking
to do active every day, but like again, not like intentionally go for like muscle like hypertrophy and like strength training and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think there's great benefits of fasting, and what we were talking about before with like.
Do the 36-hour one with me next week.
I don't know about that. I just said my threshold's 24 hours. And also, like, this one's like, oh, yeah, after 2 days, you stop thinking about food. No, I would be, like, salivating.
Well, we have very different opinions on food. You know what I mean? Like, you love food. I could go without it. Yeah, so it's like primary fuel source. If I could take a pill or drink a drink that just satiated me the whole day, but gave me the nutrients, I'd be so fine with it.
I can't. Yeah. Oh my god.
My family's ears are burning right now. They're like, why is Joey saying something stupid? I just gotta, Justine senses.
Her ears are ringing.
She's like, what the fuck is he saying right now?
That's so funny. No.
Mama's like, what?
I literally went to school and won my prereqs with this girl, and she literally said to me, she was came from a veterinary background, and she was like, I wish we were just like dogs and we just had like a formula of food and it was just like, eat this meal once a day and you're fine. She's like, that's like the extent of my interest in food. And I'm looking at her like, are you okay? Don't you want food? And I don't know. I think of food as like a communal thing. I want to sit down at the table with people and I want to make food from scratch and enjoy like the art that I just created. And like, that's what I think food should be. Means no processed bullshit. It means no unwanted guests at the table. It means happiness. Invite that ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that is the communal benefit of it.
Yeah.
But that is also like the problem with it that we talk about. It's like, when we hang out with people, it always has to be around food.
Yeah.
Well,
because I think we just overdo it.
Yeah.
Like, we should break bread together for sure, but then it's like, put the food away. We could all still.
Of course you'd say that.
Guys, that's my new name, is the Grain Goddess. Can I move my leg because my knee is all tight right now? Thank you. Okay. The Grain Goddess is my new name. Grain, Grain.
Or the gain. That's good. Love it. Absolutely jacked.
All right, let's hit it up. Oh god, it's a me.
Oh god.
I love mine. Ooh, this is really fun. This is a cool one.
What is the meaning of life?
If you could time travel, where would you go and why?
I'd go back to you writing this question down and say we're health focused. Okay,
enough with the bullshit.
All right.
This is healthy for the
You go first and let me think about it.
Okay, so I feel like when people think of time travel, they think of where can I go in the past. I want to go to the future.
You always liked Back to the Future.
I did. Yeah, that's so true. That was like my favorite movie forever. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like, if I had to pick one time in the past, nothing's like so significant where I'm like, that's what I would do. So let's go to the unknown. Let's go to the future. Let's see what fucking is in store for us. What do we, what do I have to look forward to? What direction can I take when I come back? And like,
Yeah. I think the problem with going to the future and then coming back is that you have to wait for what you saw to happen.
Oh, I feel like it would just be motivating.
Yeah, but if you go 100 years into the future, you're like, damn, this is going to be sick, but I'm not going to make it. Or I might not make it there.
Well, this is my answer to this.
No, I'm just
You're like, bad answer.
No.
You just have to get me
I'm just saying why I might not do that,
Here, why don't you answer it?
I'm going anywhere you're going, so we're soulmates, bro. We're going to you want to go to the future or go side? We're going to the future, It's as easy
Well,
as that.
if you had to go in the past, where would you go? Where would we go?
There's a lot of options,
What? Can't think of one.
No, I just, there's quite a few. Like, do I want to go back and give like me or my dad, like my family, some insider knowledge on like stocks
Okay,
and
well,
fortune.
hold on.
Like,
hold
do I
on,
want to
hold on.
go back to fucking the BC time and see if Jesus was real? Like, do I want to go to the dinosaurs and see what's up with that? Like, you know, when the first cavemen were drawing on the walls. I think we talked about this, didn't we? Like,
I know.
write something super trippy on the wall, so then they find it and like, what the fuck is going on here? You know?
Wait,
Did we talk about this already?
We did. Let me rephrase that. You're just going to visualize for your own, like...
So you can't alter.
Like, it's not like we're going to go and say, okay, we got to play these numbers on this date so we can win this. Like, no. We're just going for the experience.
We're just going to look.
Yeah.
You can't touch.
Well, you can't.
We're window shopping.
Maybe, like, oblivious. We'll be mind gone when we come back. Like, don't worry about, like, getting financially stable. But, like, what would you do for your, like, what would you want to see? I actually just thought of a good one if I had to go to the past.
What would I... So we might not even remember it when we come back, but just in the moment, we'll be there.
If you had to time travel, where would you go for no benefit?
For no benefit.
That's the question.
That's tough. Why am I time traveling for no
Oh
benefit?
my god.
Well, I would go... Well, if that's the case, I might go to the future then. If we're just looking, you know what I mean? Like through a window, then it might be cool to see what's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or go back to the days of like the Roman Empire. That'd be cool.
That's when I said if I can go back.
Or like
if I'm
ancient
thought of
Greece, you know, it'd be pretty sweet.
I go to Italy and live in Tuscany in the hills.
Yeah, but we're not living, we're just looking. You know what I mean? Go to the day that the fucking sun blows up in the future and see what humanity's like over there.
It's gonna happen.
If everybody's freaking out, yeah, like billions of years in the future, that could be it. There's a lot of options. But when you put it in that context, that frame of view, when you're just looking.
Time travels either way.
No, I know, but I'm just saying if I could alter time, if I could contribute, I'd go in the past. If I'm just looking, I'd go in the future.
Yeah.
You know, that's as easy as this. Because why would I want to go in the past? Like every day, I think is better than the last.
I think you just crack open a book and learn about it.
Yeah, but you can't alter it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's
exactly.
the thing.
You can just read a history
You can
book
look
and
but
call
no
it-
touch.
Yeah.
You can look, you no touchy. Okay, you want to go next?
Yeah.
He doesn't like my questions. I'm devastated.
It's not that I don't like questions.
Is it me?
Not me. Oh, this is a good quote that I heard actually the other day. I feel like I always do that.
You do.
Straighten it out. The quote was from that guy, Dr. Lane Norton. He said, "There's no solutions, only trade-offs." And I thought this was like very like impactful because it's like it just in life, you know, I know we talk a lot in like the context of, you know, health and food and everything like that. So it's like, oh, like yesterday, let's just say for example's sake, like I want to get a six-pack is the goal. You know what I mean? Like, how do I get there is by a bunch of, you know, my journey of trade-offs. So my trade-off yesterday was, you know, do I want the six-pack? Well, I traded off that want for the ice cream that we got after dinner. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, if I, you know, want to be successful in my work, you know what I mean? Like, I can either be focused or I can spend, like, an hour on YouTube, which I do more often than I like to admit, and, like, watch just random shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the trade-off is I just traded that hour of productivity for this hour of just nonsense, of just mindless entertainment. But it's the trade-off.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
such a better way to look at things.
Dude,
this.
such a great way
I feel
to
like
look
I'm going to
at
start
things.
today.
Everything that you do
Yeah.
is a trade-off, you
Yeah.
know? So it's like,
It's your
am
time.
I
You're
going
taking
to
your
not... Yes, it boils down to, like, what are we using our time for?
And it goes back to the timeline that you said.
What timeline?
Like, it was like, how much time you have left? And what would I trade? Like, what would I... give up the drill to get 10 years? Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was a trade-off,
Yeah,
too.
everything's a trade. So I think that's
I
such a
love
great
this.
frame of reference to think about. It's like, do I want to go to the gym or do I not? Well, there's a trade-off there. It's like the trade-off is like me going to the gym is going to further progress me to my physique goals as well as my like longevity goals, and then or not is gonna, you know, fulfill my in the moment need to not do anything. You know,
Yeah.
You're always trading off something like a path towards this way or a path towards that way. And I thought that was like a super great quote. I don't know
love
your thoughts
that.
on it or not, but yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I think that's essentially what it comes down to, but I think we don't think of things as in, like, what are the benefits?
This or that, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a great way to just illuminate what it is that you're actually doing. You know what I mean? If you think about exceeding quota and the benefits that come with that versus spending some time on YouTube. And there could be benefits.
There's usually not.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, maybe if you're learning something and there's not enough hours in the day and you're like, well, I really want to learn this, then I think that's fine.
Yeah. It's mostly like Diablo content that I'm watching.
So probably not. But same thing with like you said, like ice cream or six-pack.
It's the trade-off.
Well, here's what it comes down to. It's like, if you really think about it, it's like the ice cream's going to give me quick, instant gratification. Ooh, that's sweet, that's satisfying, I love it. Now I'm going to feel like shit for a little bit, and I'm going to be set back for my goals. The six-pack, I'm going to be strong, I can do more, I can have, there's just so much more to it. So think about trading this or that.
Yeah.
Immediately one goes down and one goes up.
And it reminds me of another quote. I'm going to butcher it, but it was like, if you do the easy things... Doing the easy things early leads to a hard life. Doing the hard things early leads to an easy life. Or something like along those lines. But it's the same thing. And I think the important thing of like this is, it just gives you like a perspective, but it also makes you, instead of just doing, it makes you take a second to think about before you do something. Like, instead of just impulsively doing like, I want ice cream, or impulsively being like, I want to go to the gym. It's like, hey, take a step back. Take a second. What am I trading off? And is it worth it?
Yeah.
And I think if we think about that before everything you do, like, it might seem like a lot, but it's going to really help you have that like internal dialogue. Is this what I want to do? You know? Because it's easy to go on YouTube when you don't think about it. When you're just like, I want to watch a video, boom. And then you're on, and then you look at it, and then you're sucked in, and like it's
no time
the decision's made, But if you're like, hey, like I really want to hit quota, and like, or I want to watch YouTube, which is going to be better for me, which is leading to which, and then you think about it, then you kind of got to be an asshole to be like, oh, I'm going to go on YouTube anyway. I understand that I'm trading off my, my growth towards quota and towards hitting my number, to all the financial abundance that comes with that. But, YouTube sounds better. Like, it's not really going to pan out that way,
Well, just all it does is heighten the awareness. And then it's
I feel like you talk about that all the time.
Because that's step one of everything.
Aware of everything. Of everything is just being aware of what you're doing, the impact of what you're doing. Yeah, so... I was a big fan of this one.
I love that.
This was from the podcast I sent you, but you gotta listen to it.
Hold my peace in my car.
Yeah, we can't.
I'm off Monday. I'll do it.
It's funny because that's like the best time to listen to it is like when you're commuting, like 45 minutes both ways.
I know.
Within a week, you'd have it done. It's 3 hours long.
I usually do, but sometimes I just
need
silence.
your time.
Yeah, I get it. Not even me time, just silence.
Not even Jules' time. Just no time. Yeah.
No, I love that. I feel like I'm going to start off today and just moving forward in general better. Because I feel like once you look through that lens, I feel like you can't unlook through it.
Yeah.
Like, that's money. I love that.
There's no solutions, only trade-offs.
That was a really good one.
Thank you.
All right, last one.
Or should we just end it on... Oh, this is a big one, so I don't know if
I'm going to put this back
Did you read it?
I just saw... I know what it's about, but I didn't read the whole thing.
Okay, because we're going to need to get up and do stuff for it. So
Yeah.
It's an interactive...
Well, I saw it was H1 and then review, and I thought it was Q2 review, so I think I'm off. But
H1 is just the first half of the year.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, whereas Q2 is like the second quarter. Exactly.
Got
so...
it. I didn't know H was like the thing.
Ooh,
half. Duh.
Exactly.
Okay.
Business terms.
Smart girl.
Yeah. So all in all, I think we ended on a great one though with this. But honestly, I liked all the questions. I know busted your balls a little bit, but I do like those types of questions too.
Sure did. So think about it next time. Do I want to bounce balls or do I want a nice, healthy relationship?
Do I want to balance balls?
No, bust.
No, you said do I want to balance balls? I don't.
All right, I gotta go. We're too much today.
All right. Hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, we'll see you next week. If you have any suggestions or just want to say hi,
just DM me.
Just DM. Don't email. Nobody ever did it, but
you still can.
Yeah, but you still can.
It's my most exciting method of receiving message. Like when I get a good email, it's like fun mail in the mail.
I don't know what fun mail is, but
not a bill.
Oh, just in general. Okay. All right. Until next week. Bye.